Graphic content warning. This channel is dedicated to pest control and hunting in all legal forms. If you are likely to be offended by this, then we advise you not to watch. Hi there and welcome to another episode of Airgun Hunter UK. Today I'm going to be doing a practical review of the Brinyte Artemis T28 tricoloured hunting torch. I was lucky enough to be contacted by Brinyte and asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing this torch. So I said I would, somewhat reluctantly really. I don't like doing a lot of reviews because if you find the product to be bad, then you say it's bad and people don't like you. So I agreed, but I said it would be an honest, practical review and they agreed to that. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to show you all the bump on the box, and if you want to read it, then you can pause this video and have a look. Right then, so you get it in this nice box and this nice packaging, and what you get in there is you get the torch, you get extra O-rings, you get a Brinyte wristband, you get a rat's tail for the torch, you get a lanyard, you get the battery, and you get the charger. This is on charge from last night. I was out using this torch last night. And you get a set of instructions which are really handy because they're pocket sized and you can put them in your pocket and go out until you actually get used to it. So the torch itself. The torch is approximately 180 millimeters long. It has an outside head diameter of 54 millimeters. With the battery on board, it weighs just short of 300 grams, so it's not a big torch. It's quite nice. So yeah, this torch comes in white, so that's a white light. It comes in infrared 850 and it comes in infrared 940. Now they do the same torch in red, green and white, I think, so you'll have white, red and green. This one's primarily aimed towards the night vision users with the infrared, which is what I wanted. So it's not a big torch, it fits on your rifle quite nicely. I've actually used it mounted on my PARD 008 LRFP. So yeah, a few features of the torch that I like. So you've got a dimmer on the back, so to turn the torch on you press and hold and the torch comes on. The battery's not in it at the moment, it's on charge. And this is a stepless dimmer, so you can set that torch to the brightness that you want. I love that. But what I really love, there's no click on the on and off. You can feel it engaged, but there's none of that nasty click 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 click. In fact, the rat's tail's a bit clickier. That's I'm probably not going to use this because I don't like it when I'm out stalking clickies. And I'm sure you can hear that on the video. Another feature that I really loved was the pitch of the thread, because you can focus the beam. Now if you watch my thumb, I shall stick it right at the top, and from maximum wide down to tight beam, it's less than 3/4 of a turn. It's just over half a turn. Now I'm not going to do a torch against torch review, but I have got an old torch here, my old T28, and I loved this torch. But listen, and let me just show you, this is what I mean by the pitch of the thread. So again, top, I'll take it right to the bottom, bring it to the top. That's 1, 2, 2 1/4 to get it from flood to tight. And it's just it's not there for me. When you've got it on your rifle, you just want to make them quick minor adjustments, and it's not there. It was brilliant back in its day, and I used it a lot, and this torch accounted for a lot, but it's had its time. And these are the new, or the newest ones on the market. It's got a plastic resin lens. I've actually tried putting a T20 lens in this, a glass one. I don't think it was as good. I think the actual plastic resin lens is better. I really do. It saves on a lot of weight on the front end as well, like 300 grams for the whole torch. So this torch is IP66 rated, meaning you can get it wet. So it's water resistant, but you cannot fully submerge it in water. It's not waterproof. It's got an impact rating of just over 3 feet, meaning that you can drop it onto concrete from 3 feet and it will be fine, it will survive. So you don't have to worry about those everyday knocks and drops that do happen. It's got a 25mm tube. I've took it out on 2 occasions now, just trying it, and I've got to say I absolutely love it. I think the footage speaks for itself, sorry. As I say, I've got it on the PARD 008 LRF-P. I think it's a wonderful torch. I genuinely do. I'm not saying that because I haven't paid for it or I've been sent it to try. I genuinely think it is a wonderful torch. It's not going to be a torch for everyone. It is aimed at the night vision users with the infrareds. So everyone says the 850 doesn't throw as far as the 940. That's a common belief in night vision forums, night vision use. However, on my part, I've found that the 850 is absolutely tons better than the 940. It is noticeably better. It gives a brighter view, a wider view, a further view, and a less pixelated view. So I don't know if that's just me or anyone else has found that. Drop us a comment in the comment sections and let me know. So I have some very exciting news about Brinyte. You've probably seen in some of my earlier videos that I use a company called iHunter. iHunter.co.uk. I use them for my pellets and bits and pieces. Aid, the gentleman that owns iHunter, absolutely fantastic. One of the best blokes I know in the business. Everything's at a very reasonable price, but his customer service is above and beyond. And I genuinely believe that, which is why I try and support him where I can. Anyway, he got wind that I was testing this Brinyte torch, and he sent me this package. So inside this package we have 2 other little packages, and inside these packages we have, they was in a nice bag and everything, but obviously I've took them out before. We have a adjustable torch mount, or an adjustable Picatinny stroke weaver mount, and a scope ring and Allen key. Allen key fits the scope ring obviously. However, on top, I'm hoping you can see, it is branded Brinyte. That's because Aid of iHunter, ihunters.co.uk, is now officially the UK importer and distributor of Brinyte products. So you can imagine I was absolutely well chuffed when I heard this, because I support iHunter anyway. I genuinely believe in him, and to be offered the opportunity to review this and then find that information out after was wonderful for me. So I'm going to put Aid's links in the description as well, where these products will also be available from, as well as going to Brinyte Direct. So we're going to start off with this piece of footage. It's over a sheep field. You can see I turn the T28 on at its lowest point. Using the seamless dimmer I turn it up, and then you can see I'm ranging it over 200 yards. I set the unit recording when I saw this rat, but is there a worse place for that pry bar? You'll notice in a minute that I just can't get a proper shot. So I have to pick the rifle up and the shooting sticks and move them 2 yards left to be able to get a shot. Okay, so this is a screenshot from that last shot. What I want you to look at is around the edge of the screens. There's no shadowing at all. The T28 lights everything up absolutely perfectly. So in comparison to that, this is a screenshot of some old footage from YouTube. This is done using the PARD's onboard IR, and you can clearly see the shadowing around the edges. So Mr. Rat came out to eat his friend that we'd shot earlier. I've started recording on the PARD's own IR here. You can see now I turn the T28 on, the difference it makes to the picture is incredible. So I've done the same thing again here. The PARD's IR is on initially, and then we turn the T28 on and it shines over the top of it. You can clearly see the difference it makes to the picture. It's incredible. So I turn the dimmer down ever so slightly here just to get a crisp picture and refocus it. I really honestly love this torch. It's fantastic. So this is the last shot of the session. It was a solid shot, but it is quite graphic, I'm afraid. I play with the dimmer quickly just so you can see the torch, as it's a torch review, and then I go for the shot on the rat. As I say, this lands absolutely perfect, but it is quite graphic. So even though first shot was a good placement, I've quickly reloaded and I'm waiting to get that second shot off. I don't just want to take any random shots, so I'm waiting for it to slow down just enough to get that shot off and make it count. So my final thoughts on this torch. I genuinely, wholeheartedly, absolutely love it. I really do. What's not to like about it? It's small, it's light, it's compact, it's weapon mountable, it's really powerful, the battery life is fantastic, it never missed a beat. The dimmer, the on-off switch, honestly everything about this torch gets a massive thumbs up from me.